Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron. Welcome to a rainy July.
Oh my gosh, it was pouring earlier. Sound like drum beats on the window.
It was. We went for our morning walk this morning. I was like, it's real muggy. I don't really feel like doing the whole thing, so we just did half the loop.
Yeah.
As we're walking into the house, deluge.
Oof. Yeah, it was good timing.
Thank God we did that.
Yeah. I took the dog out earlier, and she was like, "I'm not going out there in that rain." So I put a leash on her, have an umbrella. And I got halfway across the yard, and then the bottom dropped out. I was like, "Back in the house! Back in the house!" She gave me this look of "Yeah, dummy, I said not to go out here."
So they're smart.
Yeah.
Turns out they are smarter than you think.
Yeah. She probably sensed that the bottom was going to drop, and that's why she didn't want to go out. But
yeah.
I don't have the dog senses, so
I have a great story to share with everyone.
Yeah, this is the greatest story of all time.
It might be the greatest story of all time.
Oh gosh!
At least in my career, it's probably the greatest story of all time. So we got dispatched to an MVC the other day.
Okay.
Get on scene, and a hydrant has been sheared off.
Ooh.
And I mean, it's just blowing water out everywhere.
Yeah.
And of course, every moron in the world is trying to walk up to it. And there's down power lines from a light pole that's been knocked down. Then these idiots are taking their little low cars through the floodwaters.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just there's another entrance 6 feet that way, and you won't be in the floodwaters. But you're just too dumb. So anyways.
Lemmings.
Just lemmings. So, and then they're trying to get around me to ruin their own cars. But, whatever. So happened to be a guy from the city saw it. He's like, "I'm on my way back to the yard. I'm going to go pick up the truck. I'll be back." I said, "Okay. Sounds good."
Yeah.
So I guess the city was like, "Oh, we're losing a lot of money. We got to send a lot of people out to fix this problem." So 12 city workers, get there to shut this hydrant down. And then one guy was there to cut the electricity off to the light pole. And that's an important part of this story.
So these 12, I just imagine them having this giant half bowl, and they're running it over to put over.
No, not that bad.
Yeah.
So the two guys with the valve, they come up to me, and I was like, "Just be careful, don't go too far, because the light pole's down and the wires are crossed." They're like, "I don't want to get electricity." I was like, "You'll be fine over in this area. It's not going to travel that far, I assume."
Did you jokingly be like,
I did not do that. But they have to find, the rocks and dirt have just blown out everywhere. They have to find the valve cover.
Yeah.
They find the valve cover. They turn off the water. And we assumed that everyone who was there saw them turning off this water. Because it was pretty impressive, the amount of water that was coming out of this hole.
Yeah.
So they shut the water off. And the guy who's there to shut the electricity off starts walking towards us. Nobody says a word to him, and he's talking, but he's looking at us.
Yeah.
And it's literally, sidewalk, small strip of glass, curb, right? The strip of glass is where the hydrant was. Okay. So it's probably 3 feet wide.
Yeah.
And he's walking straight at us, and we're all assuming that he's going to step over the hole and onto the curb. And so nobody says anything to him, just because we all...
Right.
We're he saw us turning this thing off. He knows that there's a big hole there full of water. He must be taking his own safety in his own hand. Nope. He walks, step, gone. Disappears. Mid-sentence, disappears.
Oh my God.
And then he pops up. And of course, he has no, what do you say?
Yeah.
So he tries to play off "Oh, I'm okay. And he's like, "Oh,
I'm okay."
He's like, "My vape still works." I'm like, "Yeah, good. You're lucky you're still alive, you dumb bastard."
Oh my gosh. So what, do you think it was just a little puddle?
He gets up and he's like, "Nobody told me there was a hole there." I'm like, "What else do you think was going on? You got called out here for the hydrant going off."
Oh my gosh.
It was everybody except for one person was dying with laughter once we realized he was not dead.
The one person him?
That is correct. Yeah.
Oh
Everybody else thought it was. I mean,
gosh.
I'm just. What do you say? There's. You can't like.
God, that sounds like something out of a cartoon.
That's what I said. I was like, I never thought in my life I would see something like that. He was just. I mean, he was just like gone. there, there was a person, no longer a person there.
Did he at
Yes.
least let out like a yelp or
Nope,
anything?
nothing. Just gone. Like talking, gone. It
Oh
was
God.
insane. And in my 20 plus years of fire and EMS, that was the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's oh gosh.
Yeah. And
I
then he
wish
was like,
somebody had got that on camera.
I know. Then he was like, does anybody have a blanket? Like, what? It's like, well, I'm going to strip down my clothes so I can drive home in my truck. I don't want to get it wet. I said, all right. So I got
I
a
don't
blanket out of
want
the
to
engine.
get it wet.
I mean, he
Uh,
was soaked.
I
I
bet.
mean, just
God.
insanity.
I mean, he went down Triton's anus.
Well, the funny part was we had we were just been talking there. I was like, oh, I wonder how deep that hole is. And I was like, well, it's at least 6'2". It's like, did
uh,
you even touch bottom? He's like, oh yeah, I touched bottom. I'm like, Jesus Christ, bud.
oh yeah, I touched bottom. Yeah. Well, and I mean, he had to have like just sheer dumb luck because he missed the main that goes under the hydrant.
Yep,
Oh my
yep.
god.
I mean, didn't
Oh
get his foot stuck. Didn't. I mean,
yeah,
nothing. Just
yeah.
sheer dumb luck.
Whew.
And that's why it's the funniest story in the world because he lived.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Oh my
I mean, that
gosh.
hole is probably that's probably a 6-inch pipe. I would assume coming up
Yeah,
from the main
yeah,
to the hydrant barrel. So I mean, he's just lucky that he didn't stick his foot right through that thing.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well,
It
if he
was.
had gotten his foot stuck in it, you know what he had to do? Turn the water back on. It would have launched him back out.
Turn the water on. Turn the water on. He's just, uh,
Ah.
yeah.
Yeah, see, the hydrant I had sheared off. It wasn't that. There was nothing comical like that happened. It's just we got there and the car was still on top of the hydrant and it was like bouncing
Ooh.
as it like washed out under it. And the kids were like, "What do we do?" We're like, "Stay in the car, stay in the car."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this guy hit a light pole, a hydrant,
Huh?
and 3 Royal Farm signs
God. So
before he
evidently he was angry with Public Works.
apparently he wanted to make their day, or he was like, I don't think these guys get paid enough. Let's get them
Yeah.
some overtime. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It
Was he
was. It was.
okay?
Yeah. I don't know his civil liability out of all the thing, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it didn't seem very hurt. May have had a substance abuse problem that caused the
uh,
issue.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
mm. Well, I mean, and you say he took out 3 Royal Farm signs. I mean, they put 75 in front of each store.
I
So
know it's crazy.
it's like, does
I
that
can
really
tell there's a Royal
work?
Farms. It's a large building that says Royal Farms on all sides of it
Yeah,
in light up letters.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's like the one side's like Royal Farms, famous for its chicken. We all know you got chicken, bud.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like famous chicken, 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 chicken. It's like I get it.
Yep. Yeah. It was a.
Maybe
That
that's
was
their
a.
new thing. It's like, oh, we'll take that sign down every time somebody buys some chicken.
I can't even. I don't like their chicken.
No,
Uh,
it's salty.
it's something
Yeah,
doesn't smell right.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not a huge chicken fan anyway, so
Yeah, that's fair. I did like English's chicken.
yeah,
It was fine. It was
yeah,
it was decent fried chicken that didn't have seasoning.
yeah. No, you mean you're supposed to season food?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people like Chick-fil-A because they don't put any seasoning in it. Anything they have.
Yeah, smother it in barbecue sauce or
Right.
Chick-fil-A
Yeah,
sauce.
no one likes Chick-fil-A. They just like the sauces. Can we just admit their fries suck and their
No,
sandwiches
their
suck?
fries are excellent. We're not
Oh
going
my
through this
god,
again.
their fries are terrible. They're not good.
They just taste like a French fry, but
No, they don't. They
waffly.
taste like a mushy baked potato that you fried.
A mushy baked potato.
They're too thick to be waffle cut because they don't get crispy enough. And then so when you bite into them, they're like half mushy nonsense. And they don't salt them enough.
I will give you that.
because they just expect you to just dump their little sauce on it. And yes, they have a good collection of sauces. That's what I'll give Chick-fil-A. You happy?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a perfect salt ratio to fries and tater tots, and then you get some of them. It's like a salt bomb. It's like, oh God, no, it, mm.
I'm going to say something controversial, and I know it's controversial because I work in the fire department, and it's always the wrong answer for them. If it was up to me, I'd never eat another tater tot in my life.
Really,
They're just, they're fine.
they're fine.
But just eat potato. You either want potato chips or French fries. Get one of those two. They're infinitely better than tater tots. I don't like my potatoes deconstructed and then reconstructed into something else.
Have you tried the veggie tots, like cauliflower tots, or?
I don't really like them.
Yeah, the cauliflower tots taste like a spring roll.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like spring rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fine. Tater tots are fine. They're for children. And I work with children, so
Yeah, you
it
do.
works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn can of green beans. Ugh.
What kills me is when they don't drain it.
Oh, why would you drain it? You just dump the whole can in there, and then people
Ugh.
fish out their green beans out of it. And you have to put a half a gallon of vinegar in there to
Yeah.
make them taste like life.
It's like life.
Literally, I can spend $3 for a can of crappy green beans, or I can go buy fresh green beans for $3. But I'm going to buy the can.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Or even frozen, which is better than canned.
Yeah. I said my wife doesn't like. She says the fresh green beans are hairy
What?
because some green beans have that little like
Yeah,
fuzz
some
on
of
them.
them, not
Yeah.
all of them.
Oh, but well, she said, "Hey, hairy. You go eat your hairy beans." I'm like, they're not hairy beans.
Where does she think the hairs go? Does she think they dilapidate the green beans when they put them in the cans?
Yeah, that's her favorite.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
I used to like your wife. This might be the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. If I'm going to eat green beans, they have to be fresh. Canned green beans suck. They're
Yeah,
mushy
they're
and
just mush.
they don't taste good.
Oh,
They don't taste like green beans. They
they
taste like
just can
green water.
green water, soylent green.
Yeah, it's something. I don't know what it's not green bean.
Yeah.
A nice crisp green bean sauteed just a little bit.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah.
A mushy greenish tube. Mm. No. You're just adding fiber into macaroni and cheese because I'm going to mix it with macaroni and cheese so I have real flavor.
Why
Why?
would
You're not
you?
eating green bean. You're eating mush.
Yeah, but why would you mix it with anything?
So that I at least have some flavor in my mouth.
No, you just wolf it down and get it over with.
Then why eat it?
Because it gives you vegetables.
Now you've boiled the crap out of everything that was in that vegetable.
Yeah.
The reason those green beans are sad brown green color is because there's no nutrition left in them.
Yeah. That's why you have to drink the water.
Oh,
Well,
no, not worth it.
no.
I'll take a vitamin instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Yeah, I actually I stopped by to see the other day at the fire department, left there, and went to the little produce stand around the corner and got half a dozen ears of corn.
Oh.
Yeah, they invited me to join the corn club. I was like, I don't know. So, oh, yeah, your seventh half dozen is free. I was like, oh, okay. I'd never buy another half dozen there, but she's like, oh, and it never expires. You can bring it back next year.
I'll remember.
It's like, sure, yep. Like,
Yep.
yeah, I'll sit in my Jeep for another year.
Yeah, 12 years now when I hit my seventh half dozen of corn.
Oh, and she also said, just wait till we start getting local watermelons. They're on there too. I was like, so what are the watermelons you have? She was like, we're not supposed to tell you where they're from.
Okay.
Is there a black market of watermelons?
That's super shady. It is watermelon season too.
I'm not a big watermelon fan.
Mm.
See, watermelons have to be at the perfect time because if you get them too late, it gets that fuzziness all around the seeds, and it's just bleh.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
They have
And
to be
when
the
it gets to
perfect.
that, you just cut the heart out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But once they start to get even a little bit off, they're terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
But when they're really good, watermelon's pretty key.
Do you put salt on it?
I've never salted a
Yeah,
watermelon.
put a little bit of salt on the watermelon.
Hmm.
Yep. And I've people talk about putting yellow mustard on it, but I haven't tried that.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I have had the salt. That's pretty good.
I mean, watermelon's top 5 fruit
Yeah.
easily.
See, I would prefer a cantaloupe or a honeydew.
Never once.
Whoa, Thor's angry.
Ooh, that was Thor being angry.
Yeah. Oof.
Making sure you're still
Oh
okay.
yeah, yeah, we're still good.
Yeah, no, I prefer apple is top tier fruit. Number one
Yeah,
fruit, always apple. Pineapple, probably number 2.
yeah. Even though it tries to kill you.
I like a fruit that fights back.
Yeah, yeah. That is. Yeah, that
Yeah.
puts it up there.
I like the life and death struggle.
Yeah. Now, do you eat the very core of the pineapple?
No, no, it's like fibrous and
I
gross.
know, but I've seen people that just slice and then throw it on the grill and then they eat the
I
whole
also
thing.
see maniacs that eat the core of an apple
What?
just to prove a point. They're
That's
like,
how you
oh,
get
you can eat every.
arsenic
Sure. They're also
or
like, you can eat every.
cyanide. No, arsenic or cyanide.
I don't know.
I
Either
think it's
one. I'm not eating either
arsenic.
one of them.
Arsenic's in apples, I think.
Cyanide's in peaches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peach would be number 3. But peaches can be real bad.
Oh
You,
yeah.
you got to be real careful with peaches. And then probably grapes. I'd love me some green grapes. I could eat pounds of green grapes.
See, I'm not a big grape person.
I don't like anything flavored grape,
Mm.
but just straight grapes. Yeah.
And it's I don't know if it's a texture thing or what. It's like it's like eating an eyeball.
Well, how many eyeballs have you eaten?
I don't know, but
So if you ate
no,
an eyeball, you'd be like, well, this is like a grape.
no.
Ugh.
Do you freeze grapes? Have you
Well,
ever
I've never
tried
had the
that?
chance.
You've never
Uh,
had the chance to freeze a grape?
no, because I just eat them all.
Oh. Yeah. I see peaches. I've got my next door neighbor has a peach tree, and he said, "Oh, they're getting close." I said, "Don't tempt me."
I'll be out
Just
there stealing your peaches.
yeah, yeah. But see, I like a peach to be firm. Once it gets mushy, no.
It's got to be just a little give. Can't be too firm.
Oh yeah,
If I'm
but
like biting into it and it's like, I'm not
yeah,
in.
no. Now, do you peel it first or you just eat it?
I just eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm going to slice it up for something else, I'll peel it, but
I don't think I've ever peeled a peach.
yeah, it's
I'm
a
not a peach
pain.
peeler. Yeah.
One of the many stone fruits
That's probably the only stone fruit I eat.
you don't like nectarines?
No, not really.
I don't like plums.
I just feel like too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plums, like, again, they're like avocados. They only have a very short window of being good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a. I think I stick to my list of 5. Every once in a while, I'll eat a strawberry.
Huh. Cherries are considered stone fruit,
I don't like cherries.
as are mangoes.
Uh, I don't like mango. Like,
I
it's
like dried
fine.
mango.
I like dried mango, as I was supposed to say.
Yeah.
I'll eat dried mango, but everything else is too much work, and it's not doesn't taste that great.
Have you had the like chili rubbed dried mango?
No.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
That sounds delicious.
a little
Yeah.
salty, spicy, sweet
Yeah.
mix.
That sounds great.
All right, Thor.
Apricots. Dried
No,
apricots is fine, but that's
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Like figs. Technically not vegan.
Oh yeah, that's right, because of the wasp.
Mm-hmm. Wasp has to die for the fig to live.
Yeah,
I don't think that's true about all figs. I think that's just a certain kind of fig, but
is it?
can't take the chance.
I don't know. I've never sat around just eating figs. So
Oh, I've had dried figs. I eat dried figs. I'll just, especially on oatmeal.
mm.
That's good times.
I've had figs in like salad, like fresh figs.
Sure. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
This is the fruit rating part
Yeah,
of this.
yeah.
Well, I had an existential crisis the other day,
Oh no!
and I haven't recovered.
Wait, what?
Yeah, my wife, my lovely wife, was just talking to me, and she's like, I was talking to my friend the other day, and I just we were talking about what's like my favorite song. What's your favorite song? And I was like, oh, I don't,
Yeah.
I, and then I had like four answers, and now all the answers I gave her, I don't agree with.
Yeah. See,
Am
I
I?
feel like it really depends. The song depends on the day and the time and the mood, and
Yeah.
yeah, you can't
Well,
just have one.
so I've been having this existential crisis about it, and I've come down, and I think I'd answer. And I had some. I even talked to my wife about it. I was like, I have some rules. It's got to be an upbeat song.
Yeah.
Can't be boring. Can't be sad. You don't want to listen to a sad song every day,
Right.
you know. And you gotta understand the words. So I started with Maxwell's Silver Hammer, which is a terribly not upbeat, but the tempo's great.
Yeah.
Um, then I said, well, because I love the Beatles, and I was like, it's got to be a Beatles song. I was going through Beatles songs. I was like, maybe it's the Cars. Maybe I love the Cars more than the Beatles. And then I was like, no, I'm in the Talking Heads. I like the Talking Heads more than. So that's the time. I had an existential crisis.
Yeah.
So I went through all of these songs, and I finally was like, all right, my final answer is Life in Wartime by Talking Heads.
Hmm.
And since then, this has not stopped. My brain has not stopped about this.
Yeah.
I realized I love that song, but if I had to pick one song, it's Kodachrome by Paul Simon.
Oh, okay.
I love that song. I've loved that song for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to go with
It'll
that.
stick in your head. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've been having an existential crisis for like 5 days, and she didn't mean to cause it, but it's been happening.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, may your vengeance be swift and sweet.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I beat her in Wordle today, so that's all that mattered.
There you go.
Yeah.
I didn't know Wordle was still going on.
Of course. That's a epic duel in the Wismar household.
Well, now it's owned by the Daily Times or the New York Times.
It is, yeah. Yeah. I don't invest in their propaganda, though. Well, did we
Yeah, I think it's a rigmarole.
rolled the roll?
Yeah.
All right, topic one, I guess.
Topic 1.
All right, so been really into the Tour de France this year.
Okay.
I watched actually every stage.
Wow.
Which is today was stage 15. I haven't watched it yet. No spoilers. Don't spoil it for me.
I bet a guy on 2 wheels won.
I hope. Technically, I think you can run and win.
Really?
Yeah. So I was reading.
Oh, like if you wipe out and then run across the finish line?
Yeah, I think you technically could win that way, because they were talking about a guy who got involved in a crash and was running, waiting for the mechanic to bring him another bike. Yeah. So
you just keep running, and the mechanic has the bike, and he just like has it, like riding beside him, and the guy jumps on, gone.
I mean, the one I saw make a hot swap of a bike the other day, it was 9 seconds between mechanic getting out of the car, giving him a bike, and him on the bike and gone.
Wow.
Which I felt was pretty impressive.
That is.
Yeah.
I bet he had a helmet on, didn't he?
He did have a helmet on.
Just yesterday, that side tangent, we were going down to Assateague, and we're stuck in stupid traffic because everybody's like, oh, look, there's a pony. Yeah, there's hundreds of them. Keep driving. Good. But all these people are riding these bikes with no helmets. And I saw 3 idiots had their helmet hanging on the handlebars.
Yes.
I was like, you are stupid. And my wife's like, I was like, no, it's stupid. It's like me clipping the seatbelt behind me. Well, I got the seatbelt fastened. It's not going to do any good.
Yeah.
Ugh, stupid.
As somebody who recently had a bike crash, I can tell you how it's work.
Yeah.
So my brain is not damaged. Yeah. I love the ones who wear their helmets backwards.
Oh,
I'm not sure if it's because they're dumb or trying to make a statement. Yeah.
Or then, like, I'll be the one that, like, I'll, like kids or anybody really, when they have it tilted up too far.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's above the brow. No,
well, people don't keep it tight enough on their chins either.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be a little loose, like it shouldn't be choking you, but
it
should be on your head so that if you fall,
mm-hmm.
it's still on your head when you fall.
God. Yeah.
You don't get counter coup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Should be allowed to tase people who don't have the right helmet on.
I don't tase a lot of people in this world.
Golly day. Or, maybe I'll just start carrying sticks with me.
And just stick under the pokes in the
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. You know what? Instant karma. This is a learning lesson.
Should have had your helmet on.
Yeah. Where's your helmet, dummy? Conk.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
back to the topic at
The
hand
Tour de
without
France.
the violence. So I've been in the Tour de France. I've been watching it, um, trying to understand the rules, the strategy. It's pretty actually more interesting than you would think.
Yeah.
But I realized something. I don't think I care about sports like my parents and grandparents did. I've fallen like I feel like we were supposed to love football and baseball and we were supposed to really be into that.
Yeah.
I just don't have it in me. I like the tour is cool because it's 20 days and it's over.
Yeah.
I enjoy the World Cup because it's a couple weeks and then it's over. Right? I don't have to think about it again. I don't have to. Not that I have to do any of these things to
Yeah.
enjoy
I thought the
other
World
sports.
Cup was like always going on though.
No, the World
Oh.
Cup's once every 4 years.
Oh. What, what's going on right now?
The Tour de France.
No, there was some soccer thing they were watching the other day.
Well, there's Premier League. There's
Oh. See, and
you
yeah, that's
know
the
the
confusing.
national leagues. There's all kind. I mean, there's
Oh,
soccer.
okay.
It's literally the most popular sport in the world.
Full of
But
hooligans.
yes, well, not the sport itself is full of hooligans. The people who
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
But I think I've discovered that I have no desire to even watch the 26 weeks of how many weeks of football is it now? 20
Oh, if you include preseason or postseason?
preseason and postseason.
Ooh, God, if you include those, yeah, it's got to be
There's 17
4,
games,
10,
right?
20. Yeah, and there's what, 4 preseason,
Yeah,
20, and then if you make it through the playoffs and go the whole way, it's another what, 4? So yeah, like 24 weeks, 25 weeks.
yeah. I have no desire to watch 24 weeks of
Huh.
football. I don't. I don't have it in me.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be the one like I would sit there Sunday at 1 o'clock and watch football till 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how my grandparents were. That's how my dad
Yeah,
was. I tried to be that person.
yeah,
I just don't have it in me to do that.
yeah.
Baseball is
Ugh.
like I don't mind watching a game. Like if somebody was like, "Hey, you want to go to a baseball game?" And I'd probably say yes, but don't expect me to have any interest in who's winning or who's
Oh
playing. I
yeah,
have no idea.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
My wife and I are going to a baseball game this weekend. I know we're just going to hang out with people and talk.
right? I think going to baseball games is the dumbest thing in the world. The
Oh,
last time I went
I'm
to
not paying for it, so
right, well, I went to an Orioles game and a season ticket holder was knitting in her seat, and I'm like,
knitting.
yeah, and people are sitting there reading the paper, and I'm like,
Dude,
what is the point of this event? Why did you
uh,
pay for these seats?
well, what was it? I saw the other day that the MLB was doting on the fact that the new pitch clock or whatever has shaved, what was it, 15 minutes off the average game or something.
Oh, it's more. I think it's more than that because I think the average game is like 2.5 hours now, 2.5 to 2:15 or something like that.
Maybe it's more than that. Yeah.
Because the people were complaining, beer vendors are in particular, are complaining that they're not selling enough beer anymore at baseball games.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not selling enough of your $20 beers?
Well, sure, but like my buddy, actually, it might have been my brother. He made the comment. He's like, "Why am I going to pay $60+ to go to a game that by the time I get my drink and food is over?"
Yeah.
By the time you stand through all those lines,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
you know, the game's over.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's that's
Well,
it's
and
crazy.
you've got to, sell a kidney to be able to buy a meal.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Golly
you do.
day.
I mean, you're talking. When I was a kid, I would go to a baseball game. This is the old man part of it, but this was 20 years ago. It's not like it's that long ago. I went to the games at the vet for $8. There was standing room only. Get into the vet, $8. Hot. It was Dollar Dog Day, so I could buy 5 hot dogs for $5 and a soda for $3. Parking, if I split parking, my entire layout for the whole day was $20.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking $300 to go to a game
Yeah. I
anymore.
mean, $20 won't even get you parking.
No, not even close.
Golly day.
It's
Man.
baseball's insane.
Yeah. I mean, look, bully for you, the folks that love baseball and everything. It's just, I know.
I can't see it living past a generation or more.
Yeah.
I really can't. Like The only reason I have any fondness for baseball is that my father instilled it into me. Right, like my father's like, "Oh, watch a baseball game." That's why I like football because my dad was always like, "Let's watch football games." But once that generation is gone and they're
Yeah.
not pressing that, are you really going to press that into your kids? Probably not.
No.
You know, they're definitely going to be their kids like, remember when I had baseball was a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but by then it'll be something super crazy. Or liven up baseball. Let them take the bat with them.
Sure.
Or you know what? You don't have to tag the runner. You can peg them with the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also would like maybe the baseball stadiums to pay back the taxpayer money they get to
Oh my
bring
god.
these baseball stadiums in.
Yeah.
It's insane how much money. I looked at the
Mhm.
Vegas deal, and it's insane how much money Vegas is giving
Oh yeah.
to the A's to move to Vegas.
Yeah.
For a town that has never once had a major league sports team, they have two right now.
Yeah.
They're just hoping they don't fail.
Yeah. Exactly. Or wait,
Yeah.
don't they have basketball now too?
Oh, I don't. Who knows?
Yeah. I
I
know
think
they have
they've.
that giant Eye of Sauron globe thing. Have you seen the new sphere in Vegas?
I have not.
Yeah, it's covered in LED emitters or whatever, and they can make it look like anything. They made it look like the planet. They made it look like the Eye of Sauron looking around, an eyeball, the Death
Oh,
Star, all kinds of
that's
crap.
fun.
Yeah, terrifying.
I guess
Yeah.
there's much worse things to be terrified in this world.
Yeah.
I just I have no desire to go to Vegas anymore, so
Yeah.
I'm
No.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm a man in my 40s who has nothing to gain there.
Right.
Holding,
Well, you know, I
yeah.
mean, if you're not going to watch baseball anymore, you can always tune in to, ESPN Ocho and watch cornhole championships
Oh my
or
God! Don't get me started on that.
pickleball or pickleball. Pickleball bothers me
Sure,
because well,
it's ping pong.
it was a sport created to keep senior citizens active at senior centers,
Yes.
and now a bunch of 30-year-olds and plus are like, "Oh, it's the best thing on earth."
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, it's the best thing on earth. You don't have to move.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
literally ping pong.
Yeah.
You're playing ping pong.
Hmm.
Stop
Yeah.
pretending like it's a sport.
I'd say somebody the other day was, they were like, yeah, yeah, we've had to play pickleball on the tennis courts. That net, that's not regulation for a pickle. I'm like, oh, shut up. Just shut up. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I went to my brother's house on the 3rd. We went out to dinner, and they were showing cornhole on the TV. I'm like, there's got to be something better that can be on
Yeah.
the TV than
Oh, yeah.
cornhole.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that guy threw a beanbag. Look at him.
Oh, yeah, you
That
got
guy
four
threw
in a
another.
row. That's a cornucopia. God, bunch of freaking.
Yeah,
I
it's not a
remember
sport.
when, yeah, I remember when it like first started like, taking off, what, 10, 15 years ago or whatever. We were in Deep Creek and like woke up that morning and you hear this ka-kunk, ka-kunk. We're like, the hell is that? And we look out on the balcony and there's these hillbillies throwing bean bags at a board. I'm like, what? What? No.
Yeah,
I,
yeah. I mean, shoot your shot. If you can get paid to play cornhole, good for you.
I guess. Yeah, and I mean,
I,
some of these guys, I mean, they're like, I I can't work overtime Tuesday night. I got cornhole league. It's like, what?
yeah, that's fair. I mean, it used to be bowling leagues. That was a
Yeah,
thing. Now bowling
yeah.
alleys are all gone. You know, you guys
I
still have one, but you're the only
there's
ones.
probably one.
Fruitland,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, yeah. I'm sure they do have leagues
I'm
there.
sure.
Yeah. I just, I don't know. Pick something else though. Like, I wish I understood cricket.
I don't. It's like games can be like 72 hours long.
Really?
Yeah. I don't want to be involved in cricket. That seems like way too much of a commitment. Rugby. Pick rugby.
Oof. Yeah. Ultimate frisbee. There you go.
I just don't know that I'm. I just don't know that I want to invest in anything sports wise.
Yeah.
You know,
Handball.
handball is very popular.
Yeah, yeah. Professional handball players in France, Denmark, and Norway typically make at least six figures.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You can play. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Let's start. We can follow Quidditch.
No, Mm-mm. Not doing that. Not
Korfball?
even continent that. That's not even an idea I'll allow.
Eh? What about
Mm-mm.
Korfball?
What?
Korfball, an indoor mixed gender ball game that's a mixture of basketball and netball. I don't know what netball is. Four
Nope.
men and four women vie to shoot the ball through the opposite team's basket and are not allowed to dribble, run, or walk with the ball. The sport is not contact with duels only allowed between members of the same sex. So you just like chuck it?
Um, apparently,
Hurling?
hurling, the crazy Irish sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it's crazy.
Yeah. The ball can be hit while on the ground or in the air, and you can only run with the floater if it's balanced or bounced on the hurley. After taking 4 steps, you have to pass, score, or throw and recatch. Oof. Kick volleyball.
Well, that sounds fun.
Uh, God, I just, yeah, yeah.
Netball's been around for 126 years.
What the hell is netball though?
It's basketball without a backboard and no dribbling and no running with the ball.
Oh, so you just pass it all the time?
Yeah, you have to pass the
Okay.
ball. You can't hold the ball for more than 3 seconds. Apparently,
The minimum salary for netball players is $43,000.
that's not bad. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of money in sports.
Gosh. So what do you think they'll do with the stadiums once it dries up?
Knock them all down.
Really?
Or what they're doing right now is, I mean, they're all basically concert venues.
Yeah.
You know, they they probably make more money on those concerts than they do
Oh, I'm
a whole
sure.
season of baseball.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift just did concerts at the Link and probably made more money than they'll make the entire season of the Eagles games.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they'll do with them.
Yeah.
You know, which that's another thing. Concert venues are getting out of control. They're
Yeah.
everywhere now.
Yeah.
It used to be like 2 or 3 around. Now it seems like there's 40 in every county.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. There can't be that many acts.
No, there's not. Well, it's because again, it's like the sports. You're not getting the people you want to listen to it. You're. Oh yeah, here's Fred's Jug Band is playing Friday night. Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't want to listen to music when I'm out drinking and talking.
Well,
I,
it's fine. I would rather it be low background music.
sure.
I don't want it so I'm sitting eating dinner and I have to yell at my wife who's across the table from me for her to hear me.
Yeah, I was complaining. I was with my brother and I was complaining. I was like, the music of this place is insanely loud.
Yeah.
I can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then we went outside, like I had a little outside seating area. It was just as loud out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they got to have speakers everywhere so you can
Right.
really feel it.
I do not need this in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we're just old people.
We are old. Shake my fist at the loud music. It's just, and it's, I don't know. So many times it's bad covers of songs and, uh, yeah. Oh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Oh, God,
I
that was a
was
great
looking.
pregnant pause. Everybody check their Zune.
I was just looking up weird sports stuff.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
all I had. I mean, yeah, just a rant
But
about
it's,
sports.
it's the truth.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's,
again, like football, like I feel bad for football fans these days. How can you afford
oh,
to go see a game?
yeah.
I mean, the the
Yeah.
the most delusional person on my shift was like, "We should go out for a shift and go to a Ravens game. We could probably get a clubhouse for cheap." I'm like, "All right, you should call the Ravens." She called the Ravens, and they were like, "Yeah, it's $3,000 for 10 people."
What?
Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Yeah, that's I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think anybody cares about the Ravens that much for a $4, 4 hour game at best."
Oh, my gosh.
Hmm.
For a family of four to attend an NFL football game in 2021, it was $568.
That seems like a lot.
That's just to attend.
Yep.
Oof. God.
Stupid, stupid amount of money.
That's yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
and then to watch a game that's become less fun to watch.
Yeah.
That's the other side of football that I'm ranting about, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Well,
done with.
because there's a penalty every 5 seconds.
There's a penalty every 5 seconds.
They're getting paid millions of dollars. Play like animals.
Play like animals. There's either a penalty every 5 seconds or an instant replay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We're gonna review that. Okay, good,
Sure. Yep.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I came to watch.
Yep. I can't watch a guy stick his
Hmm.
head in a box. Great. That's probably
Uh,
some. That's probably a bookie line these days. Like how many times
oh, I'm
they go to the
sure.
box.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure. That's like, and people talk about tailgating and all that. I mean, it's tailgating is a whole art into itself now.
Sure.
I mean, people have these elaborate setups and everything. It's like tailgating used to be like, somebody had a grill and that was it.
Yep. Cooler and a grill.
Yeah.
That's all you needed. Now
You,
you need a RV with remote control awnings and
yeah.
your outdoor air conditioning unit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we were talking to friends of ours who are like, they both graduated from Penn State and they're like super into, they were like, we always tailgate on, Saturdays. And then, when the kids were younger, we don't, but now we're getting back into it. I'm like, getting back into it? Like what? Like, oh yeah. And they play all kinds of fun games in the parking lot. Like, I had to look it up because they didn't know the name of it. It's Hammerschlagen. Have you heard of this?
No.
There's a log, and they put a nail in the top of it, and you're trying to slam the nail in with one hammer swing. And if you get it in, you don't have to drink. If you don't, you got to take a drink.
And that's a game
That's a game.
that people play.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
because of course I was making fun of. Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, old hammer nail log game.
Which is probably the exact
That's probably That's probably what
translation from
Hammerschlagen
German.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm a hillbilly from Sharptown. We didn't do that.
No, we played hide the pickle.
That was on Sundays.
I mean, I'll go to a college. I still enjoy a college football game every once in a while, but it's yeah. I'm not getting into. I'm going to bring my RV and
Yeah.
a homecoming. I'll do that. We do it up for a
Is
homecoming
that
game.
before or after the Grand March?
We don't have a grand march. No one has a grand march. This isn't a thing.
It is a thing. It's
It
everywhere around
it's down there. Yes, in civilization, it's not a thing.
here. In civilization. Ah.
The last
Yeah.
grand march done in you know Delaware in that time was 1954. No
Yeah.
grand march.
Well, I think part of the whole, like, you talk about, people not being into sports and watching it. I mean, people don't watch as much, like that kind of TV anymore. I feel like
Well, that's true too. I mean,
everybody's streaming or watching something else.
like I can't even watch Eagles games. I go somewhere to watch them if I'm going to watch them. Yeah, which is still a part of the experience. Like usually, my buddy and I go to a bar, but it's really more about me hanging out with my buddy who's obsessed with the Eagles.
Hmm.
So it's the only time I get
Yeah.
to see him. You know, I know from like September until the Eagles inevitably crash and burn, which is not happening lately. So it's annoying. You know,
Uh,
got to be there at a crappy bar,
uh,
pay
yeah.
for overpriced nachos.
Oh,
So I did.
sports leagues, especially Major League Baseball, are seeing. Oh gosh, what was the number? A 18, or I'm sorry, the NBA saw viewership decrease by 18% from last year. NHL down 23%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine that happens because the NHL has been struggling for a long time, anyways.
What sports are declining in popularity? Here we go. Football, baseball, hockey, boxing, horse racing, wrestling. Wait, oh, like Greco-Roman? What did I say? I'm sure the others. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Golf, tennis. Yeah. All the sports that old white guys play.
Yeah, that part too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if folks out there listening, if you like sports and everything, I mean, go for it, enjoy it. But I don't think it's worth, like you said, spending hundreds of dollars to see a game.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't
Yeah.
justify it.
Yeah.
Well, that's my sports rant.
Sure. All right. Well, topic two, I guess.
Yeah, like
Oh.
that's just how it works.
All right. So, I've been thinking about this because my wife and I adulted the other day, and we got like estate planning done and all that kind of stuff, and signing all kinds of documents and what we want done, possibly, and things. Would you have your consciousness uploaded to a robot?
100%. Not even a
Yeah.
question. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. I've been waiting for Free Jack style for my entire life.
So,
Am I going to go on a murderous rampage? Probably.
probably. Well, that's the thing, though, because I look at it more. If you're uploading like that, then I mean, it's not the robot anymore. I mean, it's you. It's just a cyborg, I guess. Really,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not a robot. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like, I mean, look, I've already said, from a while ago now, chip me in a heartbeat. I would love to be able to look at a little display, and my Garmin does a great job of guesstimating things, but to really know, hey, idiot, you need to eat 300 calories right now, or you're 12 fluid ounces behind where you should be. Things like that.
Yeah, but I want to be in a robot and not have to worry about those
But that's
things.
a thing, yeah. But so it got me thinking. So I was playing Destiny the other day, and the exos and all that, and they talk about everything they go through. Do you think it would drive you crazy?
Of
Because
course, 100%.
yeah, because you wouldn't. Because I think it'd be like, yeah, because your robot body wouldn't need sleep. So would you like have to program in power down times, so your consciousness has times to balance?
Probably. I think what drives you nuts more would be the lack of sensation.
That's what yeah. I mean, well, as we broke my mind, what, 2 or 3 episodes ago, that you know you don't really touch anything.
That's fair.
Is it? Yeah. Is that a thing? Is it?
Do you? Do we have a? I mean, if the possibilities that my robot body can then feel the electrical impulses, like if we can program
Yeah.
my nerves to that, I'm in. I'll be a
Yeah.
robot today.
What about taste? Because you won't eat anything. Do you think
Yeah,
you would
I'll
still try to eat to
probably
like?
still need a nutrient paste to refresh my brain.
Maybe, but I don't
I,
think you'd take it
I'm
in
assuming
orally.
I'm assuming I'm sort of a brain in a jar situation here.
Yeah.
Um, no, yeah, I mean, do you need? But you could totally taste is nothing more than electrical pulses, right? So
I guess.
your brain just is interpreting electrical impulses a certain way. You could totally fool your brain into that.
I just sit there and chew on like gum or something.
You don't even chew anything. You just like
Yeah.
say input watermelon, and your brain would enjoy the sensation of watermelon.
I, I mm, yeah.
I mean, I would be a if I was in Destiny, if that was my options, I'm
Yeah.
being an EXO.
Oh yeah. I think so.
I'm setting up for the EXO program immediately.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't know. Clovis did some bad things though.
Eh, I mean,
It's one of those
look,
though. If it's like I'm gonna die either way, at least
right,
this way I might live on to be an exo.
right, yeah.
Yeah. But
I totally would put my brain into a jar and let my consciousness go. Yeah, but I mean, phew, man, the philosophical answers of like you would be around long enough to learn so much. Think of the impact you could have on the world. Like,
but that's the thing. Would you get too full of knowledge?
no,
Or
I don't think that's even our capacity for our brains.
really?
I don't know.
Because that's the thing. I mean, they always say, "Oh yeah, you only use 10% of your brain." Yeah, it's because that other 90% is being used to like keep you living. So,
Yeah, but you're
but that's the thing. If you're no longer having to worry about breathing and the stupid electrical impulse feel, quote unquote, and all that kind of, then I guess you could dedicate more of your brain to
I
memory
mean,
and
in theory, if you're going like the electronic route, you could download your memory banks to a cloud server or
oh
something.
my gosh.
You know,
Yeah, you get the little reminder. You haven't backed up your brain in 3 days.
right? Yeah. But
And
like
you know what? Elon Musk is going to figure out a way. Oh yeah, you got for $3.99 a month, you can have 5 extra gigs of memory.
Yeah. Think about a world in where Socrates was able to continue learning for decades and generations, and think of the brain of Socrates with 1,000 years of knowledge, but still the brain power of Socrates. I mean, like that,
Yeah, he would take
crazy.
over the world.
Sure, probably for the better.
For the better.
We're not doing a great job now, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like half the reason we don't make scientific advancements is because our scientific brains die out. So then people have to relearn all
Yeah.
that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
God.
100%. You want to figure out how to go to the stars? Robot bodies.
Oh, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Weak human shells. No
Yeah.
problem.
But do you think there would be like different versions? Like, oh yeah, yeah, on my salary, I could only afford, the Kia of robots.
Yeah. Well, yeah, probably. Or you could switch out your body for different tasks.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I would totally. Oh
Would
my
you
god.
have would you have life insurance or just like property insurance?
Why do I need life insurance? I got Gatling cannons.
Gatling cannons. Ah. But that's the thing. I mean, if everybody turns to robots, is there well, there's no longer new generations.
Yeah. Why do we need them?
And because there's so you're stuck with the thoughts and everything that you have. There's no, new blood or anything like that. Ingenuity.
Man, you are hitting on all of the sci-fi tropes.
I know that's a thing. I just this is one of those that I went down a rabbit hole the other
Yeah.
day
I
and
mean,
just
do we become a stagnant society? That's
yeah,
like or does the longevity of your brains allow you to evolve past that?
right,
Don't know.
yeah.
It's
And
an interesting experiment.
if everybody is robotic, is crime really a thing?
Crime will always be a thing.
Yeah,
Someone will always try to
yeah,
get advantage of
but
another
I'm
person.
saying if you cut the head off another robot, I mean, you're not killing it per se.
Well, you're killing a consciousness now. You're
But
talking
but if it's
consciousness.
backed up,
Well, I guess that's a question.
yeah,
Property
that's
damage.
property damage. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, still crime.
Yeah,
It's never going to be a world without crime, sadly.
yeah.
I mean, unless we evolve to the point where we don't
Right.
have like we have.
Where we realize that we're all the same.
Yeah, well, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. But no, 100%. I'm downloading my body the day they send me. I can. I'm going to be Mark One.
Mark one. But yeah, and that's the
Assuming.
thing. I'm sure it's one of those we make fun of it, but it's like oh Sony has this plan that if you sign on now, you're guaranteed 3 free upgrades over the next 10 years or something.
Sure. Yeah. Let's just not
God.
RoboCop 2 it and put a serial killer into the robot.
Yeah,
Murder robot.
so that's the thing. How do you weed that out?
Serial killers?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, who's to stop? I mean, like a sociopath who presents as a normal human being 99% of the time. They get uploaded, and then poof, there
Well, you
you
could put
go.
prime directives in their programming.
But can you program it if it's their consciousness being uploaded?
I don't know.
Yes,
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's like contradictory things. It's yeah,
Someone's always going to find a way to do evil things.
yeah,
It's true.
yeah. And I mean, if it's your consciousness uploaded to it, could you be hacked? Could
I,
you be made to do things?
I don't know.
See, that's the scary part.
You'd be made to do things now.
Kinda.
You're made to do things that you don't want to do pretty much regularly.
Oh yeah.
Do you like cleaning bathrooms?
No.
Yeah, there you
No.
go.
I'm not made to do that. It's just I don't want to deal with the filth.
And if you don't do it, your wife beats you. So
Well,
yes,
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
you're made to do it.
Yeah.
You're made to do things you don't. You
Yeah.
don't want to go to work.
Right.
You don't want to wake up and go to work right
Yeah.
now.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care who you are. Nobody's like, man, you know what I want to do tomorrow? Get up and go to work.
Yeah.
It's not happening. You're made to go to work against your will.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it was up to you, you'd be frolicking naked in the woods.
Frolicking. I can't remember the last time I frolicked.
Yeah, because you can't, because you have a job.
Yeah.
Take away your ability to frolic. See what
So
happens?
the problem is frolicking naked in the woods. You would sunburn. That's a very bad sunburn. I know how uncomfortable I am right now because I got sunburn on my chest and shoulders. I can imagine that being in a very sensitive place.
You get a lot of, sunburn when you're in the woods, though.
Yeah, but you're going to have to come out of the woods at some point. I mean, what if it's damp? You need to get in the sun.
That's what meadows are for.
Yeah, there you go. You're frolicking in the meadow. And yep, next thing you know, sunburn on the butt. Can't sit down. Yeah. And there's only so much aloe out there.
That's you need to you need to grow some mallow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm definitely putting my brain uh, in this robot the moment I can.
Yeah.
Because robots are cool.
Yeah. What if it's a crappy robot though?
Yeah, but then you be around to.
What if you're like a construction line robot, an assembly
Uh,
robot?
yeah, but why would they waste their ability to make robots on an assembly line robot? Well, you could just make an assembly line robot.
I don't know. Because maybe you angered somebody and that's how they got back at you. They put your consciousness in that. You're just screaming against the walls, and all you do every day is pick up bolt, put down bolt, pick up bolt, put down bolt. That's hell.
Yeah, that does not sound fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you about that.
God. That's it. I mean, yeah. Like I said, if you had to power down to, give your consciousness a rest, would it be able to? Because you can't really sleep. You're just shutting down. Is it? Oh,
Yeah, you could probably figure that out.
I guess.
I would assume.
Yeah. God, I wouldn't have to wear glasses. That'd be nice.
You wouldn't have to wear glasses because you would just be inputting through your optics.
Yeah. You wouldn't have to poop.
Wouldn't have to poop.
Sometimes a
Wouldn't.
poop is a nice poop, but sometimes no.
Wouldn't feel pain for falling off your bike.
Yeah, there you. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You could be involved in the robot Olympics.
yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of
yeah,
upsides to being a robot.
yeah. Does it? Is it one of those that like you can piecemeal it so you can like have the extra computing power and stuff?
Oh, I'm assuming I can upgrade my robot in any way I want.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
Gatling cannons.
Gatling. You always go back to the Gatling cannons.
Yeah.
Where do you keep
protect
the ammunition?
in my ammunition backpack. I mean, I am a
Uh,
30-foot tall robot, for God's
oh,
sakes.
30 feet. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a small robot.
Yeah. What if the only option was an 8-inch robot?
I mean, if that's the only option, I'd still probably take it.
Yeah.
There's probably some fun to be had as an 8-inch robot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like me. I 100% would be a robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Cyborg, definitely. I don't know about full robot.
I mean, that's fair.
But then the thing is, I mean, how many pieces do you swap out before you are a robot? Is it a majority thing? If you're,
It's a brain.
I think that's the big thing is the brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's once
Yeah.
you pass the brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as you got a human brain, you're still,
Yeah. So, I mean, somebody with an artificial heart, are they a cyborg?
yes, 100%.
Yeah. And I mean, some of
Yeah.
these folks with the prosthetics that, you know, can
I
move
think
and keep the things.
we've done poorly on this prosthetic thing by, not making them cool.
Oh, you mean like the little like Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Yeah, like those little Yeah, they
Yeah.
should have like super
Why
cool.
are some of these people with arm prosthetic stuff? They don't have Pit Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Why
Yeah.
don't they have like TVs and stuff in their hands?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or yeah, anything. Yeah.
yeah, anything.
Yeah. Or just
I'm very
like
disappointed.
super strength. So they could like I don't crush
I
a.
mean, just you have all the space. Put something in the prosthetic to do something cool.
Yeah. 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 Even if it's, like, and I guess you
I
can
mean,
only make it. I mean, like the grip or whatever would be strong, but you still have the body trying to lift it. So, it's not only does so much, but you could win
yeah,
the hangman competition.
you could win the Hangman 100%. Yeah.
Lock.
Or
Yeah, can you
you,
imagine that though? You're like shaking hands and it short circuits and just crushes some poor guy's hand.
that would be bad.
Or if you're taking matters into your own hands and it did that, yeah.
I would imagine you probably wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Yeah. But also, just give me a Pit Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that seems like something we could easily have done for all these people who have lost arms. Is here's a Pit Boy for your fake arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like we really missed out on that. I blame Johns Hopkins.
Johns Hopkins.
Yeah. For not
Next
being
time I go
leaders.
up there, I'll make sure to pass that along.
Yeah. Tell them I'm upset with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you didn't answer the question. Would you be a robot?
Like I said, cyborg, yes. Robot, I don't know.
Hmm.
Like if it's like you said, the Destiny, the Exo, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I mean, Exo just seems like an easy call.
Yeah. As long as you stave off the, space madness.
Space Madness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Space Madness is a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be like robot like Johnny Five.
No, it doesn't sound fun. Yeah. But I think that's mostly because of the Johnny Five's brain. It's like, it's a
Yeah.
human. If you're still driven by a human brain, you don't
Yeah.
have that problem.
Yeah, but look at the Terminator. He developed a consciousness, kinda.
Kinda.
The second
It's fair.
time.
Yeah, yeah,
He gave a
yeah.
thumbs up at the end.
Thumbs up at the end. And that is all you need to know about robots.
Wonder how many folks listening would be a robot.
I think most of them.
Really? Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I think they should put Zunes into prosthetics.
Yes, there you go. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's the processor.
Maybe that's the processor.
Maybe that's why they shut down the Zune thing because they realized. See? Yeah, you thought, Golly day. This tinfoil hat conspiracy brought to you by.
I think that's probably a good place to end for the week.
I think so.
before we go deep end.
Yeah, deeper end. God.
Deeper end.
Yeah.
Well, folks, have a great midsummer weeks. We'll see you in August at this point.
30 days after September, April, June. No, we'll be back on the 31st.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Try to stay cool out there. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah, drink a ton of water.
Yeah.
Only if you had a chip to tell you how much water you needed.
Only if you had a chip to tell you how much water you needed.
But yeah.
Well, you're a biologist. Get on it.
I will. My oldest daughter wants to go into the sciences. That's what I'm going to task her with.
Making me a robot.
Yep. Make me a robot.
All right, folks. Follow us on Twitter. COTrivia22.
Yep. And join the Discord. Leave some feedback and be good to each other.
Yep. And be safe out there. Don't get attacked by robots.